Malaysia's determination on Rohingya issue has borne results. Malaysia to consider FTA with US if TPPA does not materialize. Good evening, you're with me, Renee Fong, on the evening edition of News on 2. Malaysia's steadfastness in voicing out the Rohingya issue to the superpowers like the United States has to some extent bring results, with the international community beginning to pay more attention to the plight of the Rohingya refugees. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Abdul Razak in Parliament today said that Washington, for instance, had allocated 135.7 million ringgit in aid for the Rohingya refugees, besides severing military assistance to the Myanmar forces following the atrocities committed.
Dan saya ingin memaklumkan pada Dewan ini, dalam komunike asal tidak disebut isu Rohingya. Tetapi bila saya minta Presiden Trump bersetuju dan komunike daripada White House itu telah memasukkan isu penindasan ethnic cleansing terhadap orang Rohingya. Dan ini salah satu kejayaan Malaysia. Maknanya Malaysia ada pengaruh di pentas persada antarabangsa hatta dengan kuasa-kuasa besar sekali.
In reply to the question by Bintulu MP Datuk Sri Tiong King Sing, the Prime Minister also explained that the government of the United States has opposed the persecution faced by the Rohingya refugees. He added that with the support of other countries, pressure Myanmar can be pressured onto stopping the violence against the Rohingyas. 442 secondary students have been expelled from schools between January and October this year for various disciplinary problems, including gangsterism. The action was taken after the students were issued with written warnings and underwent counselling sessions in line with the Education Ministry's standard operating procedures. Speaking in Parliament today, Deputy Education Minister Datuk P. Kamalanathan noted that expelled students can still within 30 days make an appeal to the Ministry or the respective district education officers for them to continue their studies.
Kita hendak beri pengajaran kepada anak murid ini supaya jangan terlibatkan diri dalam isu-isu gangsterisme ataupun buli. Bukan kita nak menghancurkan masa depan anak itu. Bukan hasrat Kementerian Pendidikan untuk menghancurkan masa depan anak sesiapa pun. Tapi kita nak beri dia peluang kedua.
Although the number of bullying cases has been under control, Datuk Kamalanathan said the ministry will still continue to implement various strategies to improve the situation. Efforts include enforcing regulations and organizing awareness and prevention campaigns. He also warned of stern action to be taken on schools caught hiding bullying and gangsterism cases in their schools. The ice truck that crashed into a van, killing 9 people on Saturday in Tapa, Perak, has also grazed another car during the incident. Tapa District Police Chief Superintendent Somsakdin Keliau said the investigating officer revisited the accident site and found a car registration plate on Sunday. Speaking to reporters at the Tapa District Police Headquarters, Superintendent Somsak said after the police managed to track down the car driver, Bekok Meng, 47, police then brought him to the Tapa Police Station to lodge a report today. According to Superintendent Somsak, the car driver said the ice truck had veered into the opposite lane, grazing his Proton Iswara at the back before crashing into the van. Superintendent Somsak said the man fled the scene and did not lodge a report earlier because he did not have a driving license. His road tax has expired and it also did not have insurance since January 2016.
Jadi bila kita dah ni jumpa dia telah keluar buat report polis yang dibuat polis dan kita ambil keterangan dia. Dia telah menunjukkan maklumat pada balai kejadian iaitu motor lori sekian telah melanggar bahagian tepi belakang motor kanan motorkar dia dan motor tersebut telah bertumbung dengan motor van dengan jarak lebih kurang 10 meter.
He also said that police have issued a summon to the man for driving without a valid license and his car has been towed to the police station for further action. Deputy Home Minister Dato' Nur Jazlan Mohamad said the punishment by restricted residence imposed on criminals is still relevant and should be maintained. He, however, told the Parliament today that the government would continue to improve the contents of rehabilitation programs for individuals placed under restricted residence to ensure their relevance with current development. Dato' Nur Jazlan said various assistance programs are also provided to family members of the banished, such as aid for their children who are in schools or those with disabilities, as well as for senior citizens who have lost their livelihood.
Antara bantuan yang boleh dimohon oleh mereka adalah bantuan seperti bantuan untuk anak-anak yang masih bersekolah, bantuan anak-anak yang kurang upaya, bantuan bagi orang tua, warga emas yang kehilangan mata pencarian akibat penahanan anaknya, serta lain-lain bantuan yang bersesuaian. Pihak JKM akan menilai kelayakan pemohon terlebih dahulu dan akan memproses permohonan mengikut kelayakan mereka.
He added that the government has never neglected these individuals, as those who are under supervision will be constantly monitored by police and assisted in acquiring jobs. Dato' Nur Jazlan said they are also given an avenue through which to obtain assistance from the Welfare Department. On another note, Dato' Nur Jazlan explained that various rehabilitation programs are being carried out to enable female prisoners to make a smooth transition back to society upon their release. Furthermore, he said less than 0.9% of female prisoners become repeat offenders, proving that the Department of Prisons rehabilitation programs are achieving their objectives.
Kementerian Dalam Negeri melalui Jabatan Penjara Malaysia juga melaksanakan pelbagai program latihan kemahiran dan pemulihan untuk semua bantuan wanita seperti berikut. Pertama, perlu mengikuti program pemulihan khas, iaitu program pembangunan insan yang melibatkan pembentukan disiplin, pengukuhan sahsiah, kemahiran dan pemasyarakatan. Pengisian dalam program tersebut antara lainnya turut melibatkan aspek kaunseling, motivasi dan keagamaan.
Responding to a question by Bagan Serai Member of Parliament, Dato' Dr. Nur Azmi Ghazali, Dato' Nur Jazlan said up until October this year, there are a total of 4,021 female prisoners, of which 1,703 were involved in drug-related offences. Female prisoners are usually given the opportunity to take up various skills-related training programs while completing their prison sentences. The National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, NIOSH, will introduce a book on guidelines on how to manage the welfare, health and safety aspects of TAFE schools in the country. Its chairman, Tan Sri Lee Lam Tai, said the book will be ready by year-end and will be distributed to all TAFE schools nationwide by next year. Tan Sri Lee said all religious schools are considered workplaces and therefore must abide by safety rules and regulations. He also pointed out that many do not understand that schools are also workplaces and should be treated as such.
Sebagai satu langkah di mana NIOSH bekerjasama dengan Kementerian Pendidikan untuk menyampaikan ilmu pengetahuan bukan saja kepada para murid dan para pelajar sekolah, tapi juga para guru-guru.
Tan Sri Lee added that NIOSH will also embark on a nationwide seminar to educate the masses on the occupational safety and health aspects of TAFE schools. He said this during a press conference after officiating a seminar on safety management and occupational safety of TAFE schools in Bangi, Selangor today. Johor police have arrested a 39-year-old woman for allegedly forcing her two daughters, aged 8 and 10, into prostitution. State Police Chief Commissioner Datuk Muhammad Khalil Kadir Muhammad said the unemployed woman is believed to have forced her daughters to provide sexual services to 3 Bangladeshi men. Johor Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Khalil Kadir Muhammad said initial investigations found that the woman had been taking her daughters to a budget hotel in Lakin, Johor, to provide sexual services to these men since last month. He added that the woman would receive 50 ringgit each time the girls were prostituted. Police are currently on the lookout for the 3 Bangladeshi men to facilitate investigation.
Ibu yang telah menjual anak dia, pada anak dia berumur 10 tahun dan 8 tahun, 10 tahun dan 8 tahun untuk dijadikan hamba seks kepada, bagi saya, I don't know, I should term as ibu durjana yang sanggup jual anak kepada jadi minta jasa kita minta kerjasama orang, kalau dapat ada maklumat beritahu kita.
Datuk Muhammad Khalil said this in a press conference held in Johor Bahru today. He said the children have been sent to the Sultanah Aminah Hospital for checkups and will later be sent to the Welfare Department for further action. Datuk Muhammad Khalil added that the case was being investigated under Section 372 of the Penal Code for soliciting and Section 14 of the Anti-Trafficking Persons and Anti-Smuggling of Migrants Act 2007. The Seri Manjung Magistrates Court today fixed December 12 to mention a case of 4 Royal Malaysian Navy RMN who were charged with voluntarily causing hurt on their colleagues. Magistrate Nur Shakira Ibrahim set the date pending medical report on the victims and other documents. On October 17, RMN leading rate Muhammad Izri Fikri Rosli 29 was charged with 6 counts of voluntarily causing hurt on first seaman Muhammad Farhan Mat Said 30 and Muhammad Shaiful Nizam Marzuki 30. Muhammad Izri Fikri allegedly committed the offences at the RMN detention room in Sungai Wangi, Sitiawan between September 12 and September 23 this year. He was also charged with 2 counts of criminal intimidation committed on Muhammad Farhan and Muhammad Shaiful Nizam on September 29th. Meanwhile, 2 of his colleagues, Hamzah Zakaria, 35, and Saiful Nizam Razali, 37, were both charged with causing hurt to Muhammad Farhan at the training field of the detention unit between 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. on September 13. Another colleague, Muhammad Farid Musa, 32, was charged with causing hurt on Nik Muhammad by Haki Nikmat, 28, at the security office of the detention unit at 12:30 a.m. last September 28. The charges against all the accused made under Section 323. Mara Digital KL rakes in 26 million ringgit in profits since 2015. Malaysia will consider a free trade agreement (FTA) with the United States if the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement fails to materialize. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak said Malaysia and the US are committed to continuing with the dialogue and discussing trade and investment issues via the Trade and Investment Framework Agreement.
Berkenaan dengan TPPA, Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, saya dan rombongan Malaysia telah mengadakan sesi dialog bersama-sama ahli Kongres Amerika Syarikat, telah menyarankan agar negara tersebut kekal bersama ahli TPPA yang lain untuk menjayakan perjanjian ini. Sekiranya perkara ini tidak berhasil, saya telah mencadangkan agar model TPPA ini digunakan sebagai rangka kepada perjanjian perdagangan dua hala seperti FTA, Perjanjian Perdagangan Bebas Free Trade Agreement antara Malaysia dan Amerika Syarikat yang telah tertunda sejak 2008.
Datuk Seri Najib was responding to a question from Bintulu Member of Parliament Datuk Seri Tiong King Sing in Parliament today. The Bumi Putra Information Technology and Equipment Sales Centre Mara Digital Kuala Lumpur has recorded 26 million ringgit in profits since it began operating in 2015. Furthermore, the inaugural Mara Digital Centre has seen its 40 lots fully occupied for business. In his response to Jelutong Member of Parliament Jeff Oy, Deputy Rural and Regional Development Minister Dato' Alexander Nantalinggi said the Mara Digital Anggrek Mall in Shah Alam, which has 32 operational lots, also recorded 2.3 million ringgit since it began operations last July.
Mara Digital Ipoh Perak telah mula beroperasi pada 12 Oktober tahun 2017, menawarkan 19 unit ruang niaga dan telah diisi sepenuhnya. Jumlah jualan belum diperolehi kerana baru sahaja beroperasi. Dan keempat, Mara Digital Kuantan, Pahang akan mula beroperasi pada 29 Oktober 2017 ini, menawarkan 18 unit ruang niaga dan telah diisi sepenuhnya. Jumlah jualan masih belum diperolehi ya.
Dato' Alexander added that 4 more locations in Johor, Kelantan, Terengganu and Melaka have been identified and are under discussions to expand Mara Digital. Matching grants worth 245 million ringgit under the Domestic Strategic Investment Fund DSIF announced in the 2018 budget on Friday is expected to generate over 2 billion ringgit in investment. International Trade and Industry Minister Dato' Sri Mustafa Mohamad said the grant is expected to encourage cooperation between local and high-tech foreign companies.
This program is to enable local companies to identify high-tech companies from overseas or technology companies from overseas, and the money is meant to provide a matching grant, so which means the company will spend 1 ringgit and the government will provide another ringgit.
Dato' Sri Mustafa said to date 1.3 billion ringgit in matching grants under DSIF has been approved and managed to generate 12 billion ringgit in domestic investment value. He said this after opening the National Supply Chain Conference 2017 in Kuala Lumpur today. Meanwhile, Dato' Sri Mustafa urged local industry players, in particular small and medium enterprises, SMEs, to improve their business performances. Perusahaan otomobil kedua Sdn Bhd Pro 2, which recorded a 0.5% increase in sales of 151,600 units in the first 9 months, ending 30th September 2017, is optimistic of recording better sales in the fourth quarter of the year due to new initiatives planned for the last quarter of 2017. There was a slight 0.3% drop in the third quarter of 2017 to 51,900 units compared to the same period last year. Produa President and Chief Executive Officer Dato' Aminah Rashid Saleh said in a statement issued today that the largest sales number in the third quarter of last year was due to the then newly introduced Produa Beza. Dato' Dr. Aminah expects the fourth quarter of this year to be challenging. However, is confident of maintaining sales momentum and achieving sales target of 202,000 vehicles by year-end. On Produa's after-sales performance, he stated that service intake increased by 4.6% to 1.58 million for the first 9 months ending September 30th, 2017, against 1.51 million intakes for the same period last year. That concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, Malaysia's determination in Rohingya issue has borne results. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. Till then, I'm Renee Fong. Have a pleasant evening.